we are as much at risk as the entire trucking industry is as we operate on these roadways. The other challenge with fraud is it is extremely difficult to detect. We live in a huge country with 50 states, everyone collecting data in a very specific way. The CDLs are issued at the state level, not at the federal level. The data that we need to detect fraud is very, very different, and it's collected very differently across the states. And because of our systems, some of our systems are owned by states. They're designed by folks that never really got to talk to each other, and it's Conway's laws, right? Your systems tend to follow the communication patterns of people that build them. So since people don't talk to each other, the systems don't talk to each other. And when systems don't talk to each other, you can't share data in a very effective way. They are built on very, very different standards. So even when the intention to share data is there, it's very hard to share data. And then there's very limited fraud detection either built into our systems, or we have a lot of resource constraints. Yesterday, if you were here in this room, I believe our Chief Counsel Jesse mentioned this. We have a lot of limited resources. We are an agency of approximately 1,000 people, give or take a few. But if you look at the commercial vehicle ecosystem, you have over 1 million carriers. You have tens of millions of drivers and vehicles combined. Detecting fraud at an individual level becomes a problem. But that's where the technology steps in and makes it easier for us to at least allocate resources in a more efficient manner. So over the last couple of years, we've started doing things using technology to detect fraud and address fraud in a more reasonable way. We call this initiative the Total Shield Initiative, where we are leading with technology to secure the commercial vehicle ecosystem around us. There are three separate components to the Total Shield Initiative. The first is Know Your Carrier. This is adapted from a financial sector philosophy called Know Your Customer.
Right.
You should know who you're dealing with, what they do, what their intentions are, all of those things. The second one is digital transformation, where we are modernizing our applications to make sure that we can share the data appropriately, we collect the data appropriately, we secure the data appropriately, so that only people that have a need to know get to interact with that data and get to do the things that they are really supposed to do. And the last one is data sharing. And this is the most important, because every fraudulent entity that is out there relies on one thing: them having more information than you, so that they can trick you into doing things that you are not even aware of yourself. We want to level that playing field for everybody by giving out the data to you as individuals, as consumers, as motor carriers, as drivers, so that you have every piece of information necessary and more information than anybody else about you, so that you are protected from somebody trying to corner you into a situation where you are at an information disadvantage. I'll talk a little bit about things that we have done over the last couple of years. We have a booth here, and we've been talking about identity proofing for the last couple of days, and it's soon coming. But even before that, if you've interacted with FMCSA over the last couple of years, you saw a change at the tail end of the year. We went from a username password-based solution to multi-factor authentication that switched our authentication mechanism to login.gov. What that does is it becomes very hard for somebody to steal your credentials. They can't just guess your email and password through brute force and log into the system, because there's another piece to it, right? The application is supposed to send you a code to either your phone or your email or somewhere else. Unless somebody has all of those pieces combined, they can't steal your information.